And this is it. The final death battle of the season, pitting Galactus from Marvel Comics against Unicron from Transformers. A battle between two literal giants who eat planets for their snacks. Who's going to be victorious in this, the final death battle of 2023? Well, we're about to find out. And remember to show your support for this channel by hitting that like button, commenting, and subscribing, and hitting the bell for more notifications. All of your support is greatly appreciated, and without further ado, let's get into this.
I better help and
Death battle?
Okay, a little sneak peek.
Galactus, devourer of worlds.
And Unicron, almighty chaos bringer. That's right, it's the day we've all been waiting for. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
I know a bit more about Galactus than I do Unicron.
Boomstick, what is the
But I don't
nature
really follow
of
either.
Oh, it's
Either,
3.5 years too early
company.
for that kind of question, Wiz.
No, seriously, is the wolf that hunts the hare evil? What about the bear that kills the wolf? Or the man that slays the bear? Is that evil or nature? Perhaps this question was on Galen of Ta''s mind as he hurtled toward the end of infinity.
I'm pretty sure the question on his mind was, how do I turn this
Yeah, I
goddamn
like how they
spaceship
put
around?
that bear fight
Eons ago,
clip
the
in
planet
there.
Ta was a paradise, the most advanced civilization the universe had ever known.
Too bad the universe was coming to an end. I hate it when that happens.
The Ta'an scientist Galen watched as the rest of his race ignominiously perished and decided to die gloriously on his own terms.
By flying a ship into the sun, just like great-grandpappy Boomstick, the crazy old coot. But instead of being vaporized on contact like great-grandpappy Boomstick, Galen got bitten by a radioactive god.
As the last living thing
Wow,
left
so
before
he's
the
pretty
universe's
much
end,
like
Galen was visited by the
Intergalactic
sentience of
Spider-Man.
the multiverse, who merged with him as part of a cosmic cycle of death and rebirth. As the old multiverse died, a new one was born, and the scientist Galen was no more. In his place was a being of untold power, the ravager of galaxies, Galactus.
Well, despite looking like a mess.
Alright, let's see. His real name is Galen. Height is 28 feet 9 inches, or 8.76 meters. Weight is 36,400 pounds, or 16,510 kilograms. Existential concept, Beyond Good and Evil, Herald of Franklin Richards. Okay, don't know who that is exactly. And victim of countless backstory retcons.
Kiss giant purple vibrator, G-Dog here is one of the strongest beings in all of Marvel, baby. And there's only one thing he wants to do: eat friggin' worlds.
Galactus is so unbelievably, mind-meltingly powerful that strong doesn't really begin to describe him. Just being near him will begin to warp your perception of reality. In truth, he isn't even really a physical being with a soul anymore, but composed of energy itself, the power cosmic.
Basically, your all-purpose space god magic.
Alright, his powers include feeding. He absorbs life energy to stay alive, and he's consumed planets, stars, energy attacks, and dark matter. As well as the power cosmic, which grants him godlike strength, energy projection, transmutation, telekinesis, force fields, size alteration, teleportation, portal creation, cosmic awareness, levitation, resurrection, and soul manipulation.
The no-good almighty ass-whooping god can go without. Sure, he can use it to blast your ass to unholy smithereens, but it's a lot more flexible, too.
Described as being in touch with every other living thing at once, the power cosmic allows one access to a near-infinite pool of knowledge and the ability to sense
we
danger
learned
ahead
this
of time.
I don't
when
think there's
Silver
a lot
Surfer
for him to
took
be
on
afraid
Martian
of. He can
Manhunter.
manipulate matter, read and control the minds of gods, and teleport entire galaxies across the universe.
The power cosmic allows him fundamental control over life itself. manipulating souls, creating new life forms from nothing, and even resurrecting the dead. And because his body is composed of energy, he can't really be hurt in the traditional physical sense. This allows him to grow or shrink his body with seemingly no limit, and alter his appearance.
Wait. He chooses to look like that?
His physical appearance matches the species observing him, so a human sees a human Galactus, a Skrull Galactus, and so on.
Oh, so it's just like how I see the world.
What are you staring at?
What matters most to me in the world. Awesome.
No, not awesome. Very not awesome. At least as far as Galactus is concerned, since witnessing his approach is itself the end of the world. You would only have enough time to pray to your paltry gods before Galactus consumed your entire planet, absorbing its energy into himself, then moving on to his next meal.
Man, I guess his costume is appropriate.
Alright, his arsenal, Ta-2, I think that's right, aka world ship, size of a solar system, and Galactus's home. His armor is made of an unknown material and regulates his energy. Elemental Converter converts matter into energy and helps with consuming planets. His Punishers are basically robotic servants. And the Ultimate Nullifier, which can wipe any target from existence, from its own wielder to the multiverse, and can be recalled.
Because he sounds like a total dick. Like, come on, man. You watched your whole planet die. Now you're gonna go around the universe doing the same thing?
It's not entirely his fault. Galactus' power is so immense that the only thing that can sustain him is the consumption of entire worlds. Without this constant feeding, he would perish, just as humans would without consuming plants or other animals.
Kinda like how I hunt squirrels, because I hate each and every one of them.
No, categorically the exact opposite, actually. Galactus isn't vengeful or cruel. If he could avoid any unnecessary death, he would. But just as the universe is bound by the laws of physics, Galactus is bound by his hunger.
And that hunger has put him in conflict with some of Marvel's other heaviest hitters, like Odin and the Phoenix Force. Galactus' fight with the Other and the Scryer got so intense, they threatened the entire infinite multiverse just as a side effect of the battle.
While Galactus himself can comfortably cross countless light years in seconds, some of these beings are more like abstract concepts than actual living things, many of which operate outside of linear time.
Like this alien bug dude who tried.
Alright, his feats include: one attack destroyed 3 star systems, he consumed a 4D space-time continuum, one-shot dark side, okay, used as a bomb to destroy the Black Winter, survived negabomb explosions. His nature transcends death and eternity, and he's defeated Dormammu, Mephisto, Mad Celestial, and Abraxas. I hope I'm pronouncing that last one right.
He used Galactus' energy to destroy 2 whole universes. Even after being drained by him, he still nuked 3 whole star systems before getting a snack.
Should he somehow be threatened by beings beyond even the scope of his power, Galactus crafted a device to solve all of his problems: the Ultimate Nullifier.
In case that name isn't obvious enough, it's a teeny tiny weapon that destroys anyone you think of.
It doesn't just destroy them, it destroys
The Ultimate Nullifier may even destroy its own user if they are unskilled or unfocused. Galactus's nigh omniscience makes this a non-issue, however.
everything. The entire multiverse is eradicated, then recreated without the target. An extremely roundabout way of winning, but it works. That's exactly what happened when Galactus used it on the abstract god of destruction, Abraxas.
He destroyed the god of destroying things with a Happy Meal toy. It's like my therapist said, great things come in small packages.
And the Nullifier was key to Galactus' first great defeat upon his inevitable arrival on Earth.
When that pesky Reed Richards managed to get his stretchy hands on the thing, Galactus finally backed down and spared the planet.
Which makes no practical sense. The Ultimate Nullifier is a part of Galactus himself. It uses his own power. He can summon it at any time and even escape its effects by hiding in a pocket dimension. It even had the safety on.
Maybe he was just bored.
After billions of years of cosmic
Yeah, probably.
genocide just to survive, I'm pretty sure Galen forgot what it meant to be mortal. Perhaps that was the true evil all along, the slow death of Galen's humanity. Because what could be more terrifying than a being that sees everything and everyone you know and love as nothing more than his next meal?
Okay, so I think Galactus might have something of an edge with his ultimate nullifier. But we're going to have to wait and see what Unicron has in his arsenal.
In the beginning, before heaven and earth, before light and dark, there was Unicron, created by the formless, primordial being known as the One to explore the fledgling multiverse. Unicron instead decided to consume everything.
Dude, come on! Bad Unicron! Bad God! Bad!
The One decided to split Unicron into two beings, one of order and hope known as Primus, and the other of chaos and evil known as Unicron. Again.
Like all good sibling rivalries, they...
Alright, his full name is, of course, Unicron. His height is, I'm assuming that's greater than symbol, 139,820 kilometers, and his age is greater than 14 billion years. He's also known as the Chaos Bringer, the Planet Eater, and Earth, brother of Primus, fundamental concept of evil, miscellaneous avatars, Rodimus Prime, a black hole, child's toy. Ran a Q&A column in the Armada comics.
pushed each other's shit in over the fate of all existence. That is, until the goody little two-shoes Primus tricked his bro into imprisoning their souls in giant asteroids. Classic sibling prank. For me, it was the dryer.
Primus terraformed his asteroid into what would later be known as the planet Cybertron, while Unicron did something different.
Yeah, he turned his planet into a planet that eats other planets. Not only that, it can change its form into a giant, badass robot Satan! He's literally the first Transformer!
And with this new body, Unicron would travel the cosmos, consuming planet after planet and universe after universe. Not necessarily because of any hunger or need, but because Unicron is the physical embodiment of death and destruction. He is literally programmed to destroy everything.
God's gotta do what a God's gotta do. And good luck trying to fight back. Uni's robot body comes with a track.
Okay, Unicron's arsenal includes his spark, his transformation cog, matter manipulation, absorption, regeneration, time-space manipulation, which allows dimensional travel, time travel, teleportation, and temporal clairvoyance, plasma breath, chest laser, electrokinesis, and anti-proton cannon.
Laser beam, eye lasers, fire breath, a chest cannon, and an antibody system in case anyone tries to pull a Drax on him.
Unicron can mentally
He
dominate.
also has telepathy, existence erasure, astral projection, quantum computers, Dark Energon, and Galmoius energy. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right, which grants him mind manipulation, corruption, resurrection, and weapons creation. His antibody system also consists of a corroding mist, attack drones, and dead end.
An entire race of beings, erase things from existence, warp
So
the
what's
fabric of
this
space
dead
and
end
time,
thing?
and even manipulate matter itself.
So even if his big robot body is damaged or destroyed, he can repair it lickety-split, or even send his spark out to find a new host.
Essentially the Transformers version of a soul, Unicron's spark is immensely powerful and produces its own energy source, Dark Energon.
Unicron is so evil that he can literally turn his bad dude energy into weapons of mass destruction, like unholy blades or planet-busting lasers.
This Dark Energon will corrupt any
Vector Prime stated that Galmoius energy and Dark Energon are in some ways functionally identical. As such, we are considering their respective abilities to be mutually inclusive.
That consumes it, turning them into a puppet of Unicron himself.
It's also obviously the opposite of regular Energon, which is created by Primus and what fuels the Transformer race. So Unicron basically runs on the opposite of life. If he's death as a big robot, can he even be killed?
Not by any conventional means. Even the destruction of his spark isn't guaranteed to end him. He will continue to exist as a necessary force that drives the cosmos. Anytime he's destroyed, he will appear again in a new universe. In fact, almost every Unicron you've seen in movies...
Several versions of Unicron, such as the one from the 1986 film, were stated to be separate individuals by Vector Prime. The true Unicron is by far the most powerful iteration.
TV and comics are the same Unicron.
Unicron is a literal force of nature. You can't reason with a hurricane that hates you. All you can do is see it and get the hell out of the way. But this hurricane is never gonna stop until you and everyone you know is DED dead. His mere presence drove an entire planet insane.
I was trying to be poetic before, but this is what evil is. Incomprehensible, undeniable, inescapable. You can't even wait him out. He is unbound by the concept of linear time.
The Chaos Bringer is so powerful, his mere presence wrecks the space-time continuum and can erase galaxies from existence just by strolling by.
To be clear, it isn't the force he's generating by moving that destroys things. It's his existence. His mere being is so overwhelmingly evil that the fabric of space-time cannot fathom Unicron's presence.
Holy dude! No wonder he was able to devour nearly
Talk
a
about
quarter of the entire
overpowered.
multiverse. One universe.
Transformers timelines are organized by universal clusters, with each representing different Transformers sub-franchises. They sometimes overlap with foreign time streams, allowing for crossovers with properties like My Little Pony.
At a time.
Estimates for the size of the Transformers
and they also
multiverse
did a
vary
thing with
from over
Angry
15
Birds.
quadrillion universes to an infinite number of universes, branching timelines, and planes of existence. And who better to portray a being who brings death to the universe than the man who gave birth to modern cinema? A final role fitting for an artist so much larger than life. Or deeply ironic that it's a feature-length toy commercial.
The Transformers movie has always been celebrated for its excellence. I say.
Despite that unbelievable power, the Chaos Bringer's almighty rampage through reality has been halted a number of times, usually due to the matrix of leadership, the essence of Primus himself, and the embodiment of all hope and light in the universe.
Are you telling me that Robo-Satan was defeated by the power of friendship? Forget beer! I'm gonna need some of that shit going straight into the vein!
As the abstract idea of evil actualized,
Either
any
friendship
notion of
or
goodness
hope.
is directly antithetical to his being.
By the sounds of it.
Incomprehensible to you.
Okay, his feats include that he destroyed 22.56% of the multiverse. He tanked the Big Bang, created Galvatron to be his herald, absorbed a supermassive black hole, shook the universe with his blows, battled an alliance of Autobots, Decepticons, and Minicons, and he's defeated Prima, Megatron, Anti-Matrix, and Primus.
Unicron as he is to us.
But despite the best efforts of heroic Transformers
Wait,
like
was that-
Optimus, to you of goodness is directly antithetical to his being.
As incomprehensible to Unicron as he is to us.
But despite the best efforts of heroic Transformers like Optimus Prime, Unicron has always returned from the smoldering ashes of defeat and risen to threaten reality again.
It's his very nature.
Such as the time a united armada of Autobots, Decepticons, and an entire people created from his cells, the Minicons, tried to destroy him once and for all.
They actually succeeded in killing him, until Galvatron's hatred for Optimus brought Unicron back to life.
Because challenging Unicron
Bruh.
means challenging evil itself, destroying destruction itself. An impossible paradox.
You can't kill Unicron because killing is literally what Unicron is. So, what does that mean for us?
Every petty act of violence, every war, every cruelty, every death battle gives Unicron life. The life he'll use to kill us all. We are culpable in our own annihilation.
Unicron's not just some comic book villain. He's all there is and all there will be. He was there at the beginning, and he'll be there at the end. He's a law of physics. He's as inevitable as your dying breath.
Jesus, now you got me scared.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by...
I can't think of anything that could top something that daunting. Anyhow, with Unicron's ability to survive even in the face of total destruction, either of his physical form or his spark, it may prove fruitless against Galactus and his arsenal, but we're gonna have to wait and see.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for the death battle you've been asking for forever!
Alright, let's get into this.
As all things must.
Alright,
Your world
starting with
has
Panic.
come to an end.
Mass Panic. And here comes Unicron.
Halt! This planet is mine to consume. So saith Galactus, destroyer of worlds.
Begone. Thus decrees Unicron, Chaos Bringer.
Alright.
Madness, so quick to beg for Oblivion's embrace.
I am Oblivion.
And they're using planets and moons for weapons. Oh, and even suns and stars, too. Create a black hole, I think. Dark Energon versus
I am the
Cosmic.
cosmic incarnate, not so easily felled. Fleeing so readily, Unicron.
No devourer. Transforming.
He's absorbing the entire universe.
Beg not for mercy. Behold blackening sky. Against mine chaos, even gods will die.
Galactus meets your challenge. Here's your goal. This world will bring destruction to it all.
I am destruction, pure finality. In first and last, true immortality.
I have no patience
So
left.
it looks like they're about to destroy the entire multiverse.
Into the void where none may hear your screams. You know not the power which you command.
Of course I do. Your death I thus demand. Finally, I have won.
Not
I've
quite.
seen their power, bringer of chaos. Yet by my vigor thou hast much need. Witness the last
Oh, and
fate
Galactus Galactus is absorbing all of Unicron's energy.
Mighty Galactus must now feed.
KO!
We know Galactus and Unicron were beings who could manipulate reality itself and do basically anything.
Older than the universe, unbound by time, they had each other matched in a lot of ways.
So it ultimately came down to which of them was more powerful.
Both could threaten an entire infinite...
Alright, Unicron should scale to characters who can immediately threaten an infinite number of timelines, and the Unicron singularity was stated to affect approximately 17-dimensional multiverse. However,
multiverse, but Unicron could only do so over time, devouring them one by one.
While Galactus's battle with the Scryer and the other threatened to destroy the entire Marvel multiverse as just a side effect.
Not to mention,
the Marvel multiverse is much larger. Not only are there infinite timelines and spatial dimensions, but an infinite number of infinite multiverses. Galactus's fight with the other and the Scryer was going to reach oblivion, which exists beyond all of that.
Galactus tussles with cosmic beings like himself all the time.
While Unicron is usually the top dog in Transformers, he's a big fish in a relatively small pond. Relative to Marvel, at least.
That might sound better for Unicron at first, but it means he has way less experience than Galactus in full-on fights against dudes his size.
And while Unicron has used Dark Energon to...
Galactus has absorbed the essence of evil beings like Dormammu before, and easily resisted his attempt to corrupt him. Dark Energon would be no different.
And corrupt other beings in the past.
Yeah, I can see
Galactus
that.
technically doesn't have a soul thanks to his cosmic rebirth from Galen. And he's fended off mental attacks before, so there's no real reason to think that would work here.
And as lame as it is,
The Griever at the end of all things, an abstract comparable to eternity and the Never Queen, was also threatened by the Ultimate Nullifier.
the ultimate nullifier is just really, really overpowered.
Despite Unicron being able to survive the destruction of his spark, the Ultimate Nullifier is significantly more...
Unicron has been affected by cosmic weapons similar to the Ultimate Nullifier, like the Star Saber and Terminus Blade, and has no resistance from its power.
thorough. Consider the time it was used against Abraxas, a being that embodied the abstract concept of the multiverse's destruction.
Sounds like somebody you know? Even against someone like that, the good...
Alright, let's see how they stack up against each other. Galactus has similar reality warping weapons, much like Unicron. That's where they're even. But Galactus is much tougher and more powerful. His ultimate nullifier destroys conceptual beings, and he is able to resist corruption from Dark Energon. His only downside is that his cosmic hunger drains stamina. Unicron's only advantage over Galactus is that he's nearly impossible to kill traditionally, but his flaws include being unable to resist the ultimate nullifier, is weaker than a satiated Galactus, and has a harder to regenerate body.
Good old Ollie Nully had no problem erasing him from reality, and the same would happen to Unicron, while Galactus could always hide in that pocket dimension, just as he escaped the nullifier before.
Unicron was an insanely terrifying threat, but Galactus had the power, experience, and arsenal to ultimately annihilate him.
If you thought Galactus was going down in this fight, you were Unicron.
The winner is Galactus.
Okay.
Season 10's done, but Season 11 is on the way. Thanks so much for watching, and a special thanks to our channel members for being
Wonder what
champions this
sort
year.
of
Get ready
matchups
for
we'll
more
get
Death
for
Battle
Season
in
11.
2024.
Oh, so looks like the Wile E. Coyote versus Tom Cat death battle is set to premiere next year. That's definitely going to be a matchup to look forward to. Anyhow, that should do it for this video. Thanks so much for watching, you guys, And remember to show your support for this channel by hitting that like button, commenting, and subscribing. And until next time, this is Ethan Griffin signing off.